there, welcome back everyone. It's Krista here doing the weekly reading for the sign of Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is for the week of November 14th through to November 21st. This weekend I'll be doing a theme regarding talents and opportunities as a general reading for your sign. We do have Leo and then Virgo. The moon going through Leo and then Virgo this weekend, so I'm going to be focusing on those energies. So both talents and opportunities is the theme this week. This is a general reading for your sign, so whatever is most prominent in your life this week, I encourage you to take these messages and apply them to, and hopefully you find them helpful and healing. So what does Libra need to know about talents and opportunities this week? Wow, what a beautiful reading for you with regard to talents and opportunities, Libra. I'm actually really happy that we're talking about this as a theme in particular this week, just because I find that for the past couple of months we've been doing healing work and a lot of soul searching. But I think that this is the week for you to put into action whatever you have been dreaming about, just because the cards are saying that literally the next step needs to be taken here with whatever is already underway. And we're looking more at a soul calling, something that you've yearned to do probably the majority of your life. And like the rest of us, don't judge yourself too harshly for putting it off for whatever reason, okay? You had your reasons. But this is a really good week to take a little bit of a leap in the direction of your dreams, because everything looks as though things are in order for you to be able to do that. You have your resources, everything else seems to be stable, which is a brilliant way to go into a next level, or something that's a calculated risk. This week, your imagination, your creativity is calling for an on high, so you're going to want to honor that this week. And you may even find that there is a humbling situation regarding your talents and opportunities this week. It could even just be a massive measure of gratitude. An attitude of gratitude this week would be a beautiful way to go about getting involved or actually putting plans into action around a creative or intellectual endeavor or project or theme for yourself this week. And again, as a general reading, whatever is most prominent in your life, definitely apply this to. It could be a relationship, it could be a health issue, it could be a personal project, right? But we're definitely looking at taking the next step here, really putting a plan into action, because you appear to have everything else sort of in its place. It could be that's what was turning you off about taking a leap here, was just that you didn't want to upset something that seemed so solid and so stable. But like I said, if this is a creative endeavor or an endeavor that has really nothing to do with the basics in your life, which is, home and work and family and health, if all those are in order, you're really being asked here to take the next step, because it's a calculated risk, and it's one that's going to serve you in the long run. It's going to be really good for you, mind, body, and soul here. So Come to the Edge represents you this week. This is where we're looking at actually taking that step. This is the call for you to make the next move here. We see two major themes within the reading. One, that she is dancing dangerously close to the edge, and it's floating in the air. So this is something that you've created, okay? So if you've created this much space to move in creatively or theoretically here, then you can keep this up. You can make this larger. You can make this technically into anything you want as a co-creator of your own reality, right? And the second theme we're going to look at is all of the hearts. This is a heart yearning for you. This is indeed what could be called in some circles a calling, right? A higher calling for you. And like the most of us, fragile human beings, we tend to put these types of things off for myriad reasons, okay? Some of us have children, and we have our priorities set for the next 20 years, and we just can't take this leap. Some of us have health issues, and it takes us out of the game for a little while. Some of us have housing or work or even relationship issues that take us out of our game, take us out of our calling. There could be something that you made more important for any number of reasons, or it could have just been that good old low vibrational fear. Heavens knows it was mine for the longest time too. And what we do is we create a narrative that essentially keeps us out of the game that we want to play, right? The creativity that we want to explore and that we want to finesse or find ourselves in so that we can get lost in, and it becomes a true expression of ourselves. But for any number of reasons, we talk ourselves out of it. I'm saying that this is the week for you to absolutely take that calculated risk. Anything that you have sort of begun putting in motion or have some foundation around already with regard to a creative or personal leap or endeavor is what you're being asked to absolutely take a calculated risk around. You want to make that next step this week. Serendipity is the influence to the current position, and then building blocks came out with it. So this is coloring serendipity. This is where we're looking at having everything that you need in order, okay? Things, even if it seems like it's out of order, things are fine, all right? Or things aren't exactly the way you want them to, they will be. Okay, that's a sense of serendipity, having a real feeling of luck, having something on your side. And then, of course, building blocks influencing this or touching on this area is to say that so far, with regard to this creative endeavor or this leap of faith for you, you do have a foundation built here. This is why we want to get really far away from this low energy or low vibration of fear or doubt at all. If this has been coming up around this project for you, you really want to kick that to the curb or at least tuck it away for the time being. You don't have to do it with any sense of hatred or vitriol. You can do it with a sense of, again, with a level of appreciation, even a level of humility, and say, you know what, I know why, to yourself, about yourself, right? I know why you were trying to protect me from taking that chance or taking that leap, and you can even thank that part of yourself. And that way you can release it with love while making the leap here with love, because remember, this is surrounded by love. This calculated risk is only possible because it's directed by love, okay? And this is how you know it's a higher calling, and it's the direction you need to be in. Here with imagine in your probable outcome, listen. And then chop wood is the general energy to the week. Imagine is one of the most creative, dynamic cards that you can get right now. You're literally attached to the moon, okay? The sky is the limit. Right back quickly to things like narratives and stories that we tell ourselves. It's really a good week for you to switch up who you think you are. Switch up the story you've been telling yourself about yourself. Because you're the co-creator of that story. You've already created this little space to move around and create exactly what you want, and you can keep going. You're not limited to that. So really, the sky is the limit here, and really having a sense of gratitude about what you've come through and what you've had to discover for yourself, and even what you've had to learn the hard way here, and with regard to, sometimes we have to learn what it is we want to do or where we want to be or even who we want to be with. Through a process of elimination. So don't give yourself a hard time about that either. Sometimes that's the best way in learning about what it is that you really want to do and who you really want to be as well. So anything that has been a hard road or has caused trouble or upset, you really want to create a sense of gratitude around that, Libra, because that has been a teacher for you. And the beautiful part about any upset or, God forbid, mistake is that you learn from it. It's a teacher, okay? And if you stay in the high vibration, if you stay in a sense of loving atmosphere, loving yourself, even loving your mistakes, difficult as that might be to even hear, it's really important because it humbles us and it helps us to appreciate more of what we can give, more of who we are, even more of who we are authentically and what we can actually provide, what we can actually give to the world. So it lends a greater sense of peace and a greater sense of understanding. Here with Dragonfly, we're looking at illusion. Really, yeah, it could trip you up, but illusion could also be a sense of creativity as well. Just be careful that you're not trapped in Dragonfly, you're not trapped in the world of illusions, that if it is a sense of creativity here, is if it's a dream world, so to speak, if it's a sense of what do you imagine you can create here, you can really use this energy to your benefit. Just beware here that you're not trapped by it. And all I mean by that is a sense of you're gonna you're gonna take all this energy and then daydream it away, right? Which, daydream all you want here, but you don't want to daydream away an opportunity, right? This is the theme is talents and opportunities. You have a real opportunity for putting something in motion that is extremely meaningful to you and brings a great deal of joy and love and bliss to your own life and heart. And as I said, could even be something akin to a soul calling. So you want to get away from this sense of illusionment, this sense of pure daydreaming and then leaving it in the world of daydreaming, okay? You want to really say, you know what, it's time to bring this sense of what I was scared to get involved with or talking myself out of or really getting a taste of and then scaring myself off of it. You want to say, no, this is the week that I'm confident that I can move ahead. And even if it doesn't work out exactly as I want, it'll be a lesson. I'll learn from it. I'll be humble through the process, and it'll teach you higher and higher and higher levels of understanding of yourself and of your craft. Here with Trust is your final card. Of course, this is the sister card to the traditional Rider-Waite Judgment card. This is really what I spoke about from the very beginning here with your reading today, Libra, was judgment. You don't need to judge yourself this week. You need to accept and really have an attitude of gratitude. It's really going to center you. It's going to ground you is another way to frame, of course, Chop Wood is a real grounding card. You really want to get into your source. You really want to learn what it is that you want to do. This has nothing to do with externalities, okay? And especially if there's been excuses or attitudes with regard to externalities, that's going to be wiped off the plate this week. This is all about you and what you can contribute and how you feel about it. And of course, we have the obvious holding the world in your hands. This is for you to do, and only you can do it. And if you need to support yourself through this time, through these changes, or through this endeavor of yours, you need to be that person this week as well, Libra. You can do it, okay? You've done something similar like this before, and I know you can do it again, and I know why, because you're in this position in the first place. No one can give this passion to you, okay? You have to create this and you have to own it. So that is your reading for the week. I truly hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for being here with me today. If you like the video, leave a like. If you like the content, subscribe to my channel. It's free to do that. So until we meet in the next video, take excellent care of yourself. If you have a second, comment below. I love hearing from you. And until we meet next time, bye for now.